Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, the one and only Adrian Chambly, and today I'll be reviewing Super Mario Bros. 2. Super Mario Bros. Was a huge success for Nintendo, selling 40 million copies in its lifetime. So naturally, Nintendo decided to create a sequel. Super Mario Bros. 2 was released in 1986 for the Super Famicom Disk System in Japan. It would go on to sell 2.5 million copies, and would not be released outside of Japan until 1993. The reason for this was because the developers made the game hard as bricks, and Nintendo felt was too difficult for the North American market. Enter Doki Doki Panic. Nintendo took this Japan-only game and modified it to put Mario characters in it instead and released it in the US as Super Mario Bros. 2. This version would be released in Japan as Super Mario USA. Anyways, the game would go on to sell 7 million copies on the NES. Okay, now let's talk about the story. Mario has a dream one night that he sees a staircase leading up to a door. Mario goes up the stairs and opens the door. He sees a new world called Subcon, and a voice tells him to save the people of Subcon. Before he can react, he wakes up and tells Luigi, Toad, and Peach about his dream. Later that day, they all go on a picnic, and they see a nearby cave. They decide to explore the cave, and to Mario's surprise, the same staircase and door from the dream are here. They all go up the staircase and open the door to Subcon, and now they are on a journey to save a new world. It's an interesting story to say the least. Hey, it's better than the overused Save the Princess storyline. Now for the gameplay, it plays very different from the original Super Mario Bros. For starters, you don't kill enemies by jumping on them anymore. Instead, you take them out by throwing items at them. Items like vegetables, bombs, Koopa shells, pretty much anything you are able to pick up and throw. Even other enemies. You play as 4 characters total: Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach. Yes, you heard correctly, you actually play as Peach in this game. Anyways, each player has a different feel to them. Mario is your basic all-around character. He could jump a decent height, run, and pick up items at a decent speed. Luigi, on the other hand, has a very high flutter jump, which will end up becoming a recurring ability for his character. Toad can't jump as high as the other characters, but he is the fastest and strongest. He can pick up items at a faster rate, and it really comes in handy when it comes to fighting enemies. He's my personal favorite. Peach, on the other hand, is my least favorite. However, she has by far the most useful ability in the game. She can actually fly in the air for a few seconds, and this can make platforming a lot easier. With that being said, she's my least favorite because she takes way too long to pick up items to defend herself. I usually end up getting hit before I'm able to completely pick up an item. You don't have a lot of power-ups this time around. You still have mushrooms that can increase your health, but they work in a different manner this time around. For starters, you're able to pick up special potions that will turn into doors when you throw them to the ground. If you go through that door, then you'll enter into subspace. Here, you can get a special mushroom that will increase your health by 1 point. You can also get coins for a special slot machine minigame that takes place after each level. However, you have to be very careful on where you throw that potion. If you throw it in the wrong area, then it's possible that you won't get a mushroom or any coins at all. The best place to throw it is near areas where you can pick up vegetables. You also have cherries to collect. If you collect 5 of them, then a Starman will appear. And of course, if you get a Starman, you will become invincible for a limited time. The objective of every level is similar to the original Mario Bros. You go from point A to point B while trying to avoid being killed by enemies in bottomless pits. Only this time, instead of a flagpole at the end, you have a mini-boss to deal with. Birdo will do anything in her power to keep you from progressing to the next level. She will shoot eggs and sometimes fire at you. Heck, sometimes just fire. There are 7 worlds total, and each world, with the exception of the 7th world, has 3 levels to them. Every level will have a boss fight at the end. However, every 3rd level will have a major boss like Mauser, Fry Guy, and so on. The levels themselves are more maze-like, and you may get lost at times too, but they're not annoying. Well, most of them at least. The enemies themselves are pretty interesting. You have Shy Guys, Ninja, Pokies, Bob-ombs, and plenty more to deal with. Some of them would eventually make their way into future Mario games. The game's controls are okay. There are moments though where they can be pretty slippery and it can cost you a life here and there. The music as well is okay. It's not my favorite soundtrack, but it's not annoying either. It's just repetitive, especially compared to the first game. There isn't much variety when it comes to the tracks in this game, but like I said, it's not a bad soundtrack, it just doesn't hold up as well as the other games. Graphically, this game looks a lot better than Mario 1. It's colorful and their levels have a lot more variety to them. The character models look good as well. Mario actually looks like a different character from Luigi this time. The game overall looks great for something that came out in 1988. Overall, I think this game is a bit of an improvement from the first. Yes, technically, it's a completely different game to begin with, but as a Mario game, Super Mario Bros. 2 is a solid sequel. It's fun, and it's unique for the Mario series. Overall, I'll give this game a B. The ability to play as 4 characters is cool, and the level design is nice, but the music is repetitive, and the controls can get slippery at times.